the young man discovered that the fish in the river had actually drowned. Curious, he grabbed one to take a closer look. To his surprise, golden light was emanating from the fish's belly. He reached inside and pulled out a shiny golden pearl. The female CEO who came to invest immediately recognized it as valuable gold. She promptly paid a large sum to buy it. The young man transformed overnight from a poor villager into the wealthiest man in the village. This left the villagers watching in awe and envy. Originally, the young man was just a humble laborer. Because he had offended the village chief's younger brother, he was beaten severely and thrown into the mountains to fend for himself. The young man's blood accidentally dripped onto a family heirloom jade. In an instant, the jade radiated golden light in the shapes of various animals. Countless rays of golden light burst out and surrounded the young man. From the golden light came faint roars of dragons and tigers, scaring the nearby wolves, who tucked their tails and ran. When he woke, the young man realized that he seemed different somehow. Soon he felt a burning heat all over his body. In his mind appeared the strong and commanding aura of a tiger. Instantly he possessed the physique and strength of a fierce tiger. His broken bones were even healing on their own. Before he could figure out what was happening, he heard a scream from outside. When he followed the sound, he saw a widow collapsed on the ground with a pale face. He immediately saw that she had been bitten by a venomous snake. Without hesitation, he crouched down and began to extract the venom. Unexpectedly, when the widow woke, she misunderstood and thought the young man was harassing her. She refused to listen to explanations and ran away. But when she reached home, she realized the young man was still following her. It turned out the widow's yard was actually the young man's ancestral home. After a full explanation, she finally understood her mistake. She and her sister apologized to the young man. While they were eating, the village chief's younger brother arrived. He had long been eyeing the young man's ancestral home. Earlier, he had tricked him into signing a house sale contract and now came to enforce it. But the young man was no longer the timid fool he had been. He grabbed a machete ready to fight, warning them that they had 3 days to repay the money. The village bully did not want a fatal conflict and could only leave harsh words, saying if they could not pay in 3 days, he would tear down the old house. The kind widow suggested selling the old family ox to help pay the debt. The young man said it was unnecessary. He had a plan. He asked the widow if the river at the east end of the village had many fish. He could catch them and sell for money. The widow told him not to waste his effort, saying the fish there were extremely clever and rare. Many had tried, but not a single one could be caught. Confident, the young man told her to wait at home for a fish. Then he took his fishing rod to the river. He first used his X-ray vision to see that the river was full of fish, but these fish were very timid and never bit the hook. After fishing for a long time, he had no success. Coincidentally, the village bully passed by and deliberately threw stones into the river to scare the fish away. He arrogantly mocked the young man, saying not to dream of making money fishing. The old house was already his. Seeing the disruption, the young man lost interest in fishing. He put away the rod ready to go home, but the village bully would not let it go. He told the young man that if he could catch even one fish, he would apologize. Hearing this, the young man immediately got fired up. He began to gather golden light in his hands. When the moment was right, he let out a roar that instantly exploded the golden light. The blast in the lake sent all the fish flying onto the shore. The village bully was stunned. The young man arrogantly demanded an apology, but the bully tried to cheat, claiming the bucket of fish was exactly the interest owed to him. He had not expected the young man to mercilessly beat him up. The bullied village bully immediately called for help, summoning the village chief, his older brother. Unexpectedly, the first thing the chief did upon arriving was check on his younger brother's girlfriend. This made the young man laugh quietly. He knew the chief and the woman were clearly